As I said in yesterday's video, I am back with some more Colourpop stuff to play with. Starting off with the Chrome Shadows from Colourpop's permanent line, I picked up 4 shades. I already have the ones from the Legend of Korra collection, which I really like, but I only picked up these 4, the darker jewel tones, because I thought they would perform the best. So I have this one called Same Vibe, Supernova, Morpho, and Beetle. So let's get to swatching these on the eyes. Let's start with Same Vibe. So like a pink to purple kind of shift. And I also see some golden and green in the tube, which I don't see here right now, but I'm sure in other lighting it would be visible. Next, try the shade Supernova. This was Same Vibe. Supernova and Same Vibe look quite similar in the packaging, except that Supernova is more pink green, whereas Same Vibe is more blue purple pink. Let's try Supernova on the other half. Okay, you have to let them dry before you can open and close your eyes because they will transfer. I'm seeing the same problem with Same Vibe. It's a little patchy in this area. You can see through the color onto my skin. Next we have Morpho, the blue to gold green. If you double swipe these, they will lose their coverage. Very nice dark cobalt blue. I'm yet to see a shift, but very pretty nonetheless. Next is Beetle. This is quite a popular shade from what I've gathered. Let's see if we can build those two up. They seem to have dried down, but they became a little sheer. Okay, so these are quite buildable. The sheer layer is now an opaque one, and I quite like these. You do feel them on the eyes. They do feel like something's there, like it's a little sticky, but I don't mind that. I think these are good for some graphic looks or just adding on. I like these, and I'm glad I picked these 4 up. Let's move on to some shadow sticks that I picked up. Of course, I didn't pick any of the nudes or the browns or the champagnes or the bronzes, but I did pick up all of the colorful ones. Let's see. I do believe some of these are duochrome, and I'm excited to try them out. First up, we have Cold Girl, which is a metallic. From what I can see, it's a silvery white. Next we have the pink one called Juicy Gossip. This is just a very light baby pink that barely showed up on my skin. It's certainly not as vibrant as I wanted it to be. Next up we have Flex, which is a metallic. Kind of a dirty gold green. I like it. I like this one. But I see a little gap in here. It kind of wore off. And is a little gooey here. I don't know what's happening there. I don't like that. If you want to go for some really high quality multichromes, go for an indie one. I'm not gonna say which indie because indies are having an expensive moment. Ooh, that is disappointing. Colourpop does not seem to wanna give up their subtle aesthetic. But it's a nice color, but there's nothing special. And it's supposed to be a metallic, and yet it's quite, I would say, a satin. It's not a metallic. Next up we have Friday Fields. Let's go down here. That is a weird pattern to be making on my face, but I need to swatch these. This one seems to have like a slight gold reflect, but not too much. It's okay. It's nice. The next one is Surf Sesh. A nice turquoisey green. I like it. It's kind of matte. It's not even satin. Very little shine, if any. The last one is Rain Check. All of these are metallic finishes, but some of them are more metallic than others. This one even has a little bit of glitter in it. Here are the swatches. These are quite subtle. I would say these two are the nicest ones. I feel like this dirty gold green is very metallic, and this one has a gold sheen, so that's a little bit more special than the others. Before moving on to the Jelly Matte shadows and the powder blushes, I want to do a couple of comparisons of some shadow sticks from the permanent line to the ones from the Alice in Wonderland collection. Let's start with the green first. We have the shadow sticks named Care for Tea from the Alice in Wonderland collection, and from the permanent line we have Surf Sesh. So let's compare the two. On the top is Surf Sesh and on the bottom is Care for Tea. As you can see, Care for Tea is a more lighter green, whereas Surf Sesh is more of a turquoise. Next, I'm comparing these two. The pink one from the permanent line is called Juicy Gossip, whereas the one from the Alice collection is called Full of Wonder. Full of Wonder is the one on top. It's more of a lilac purple, I would say, with a little bit of a blue reflect, whereas Juicy Gossip from the permanent line is the one down here. It also has a slight blue reflect, but not as much as the one from the Alice in Wonderland collection. This is the blush palette that I curated from the Colourpop website. So what I'll do is I will try 3 on each side. Let's start with Papaya, the nice coral color. Let's do this on the temple over here. Very much a pinky coral, and it shows up nicely. Next, let's go in with the rosy brown shade called Just Cruisin'. Oh, very nice neutral kind of shade. Very pretty. It's getting a little bit patchy over here. For some reason, some blushes do that in this area. I don't know why. I remember even my Armani blush did that. Okay, now let's go in with Roxbury Drive. This light orange over here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it though. Let's just do all over the face at this point. Ooh, I like this one. It's not showing up too bright, but still. I like it for like a subtle effect. Pretty. Let's try Swirled. I actually thought that Swirled was gonna be more of a brighter pink, but it turned out to be quite neutral leaning. Quite light pink. If you really build it up, it's going to show on a deeper skin. Not deeper, but my kind of skin. Like a medium tan. But I'm glad it's showing up at least. Okay, that's pretty. Quite natural. Next up we have Staycation, the watermelon. Ooh, not overly pigmented. Like some red blushes can be. I like it. Let's blend it up a little. It's like a stain over here. Okay, that is also nice. Let's build it up. And now for the last one, which is Pattaya. This looks quite pink here, but in real life it leans a little bit more muted purple. I expected it to be way more pink than it is. At this point, we're just going for the jaw. Oh my god, that looks like I have some sort of skin issue. I'm gonna wipe it off after I'm done. Yeah, it's showing up a little purpley. It's cute. I don't mind the color. They kind of blended into each other. Yeah, it is a brighter color for sure. Let's do some blush swatches. From top to bottom, we have Roxbury Drive, Just Cruisin', Papaya, Swirled, Staycation, and Pattaya. I must say, I like this blush formula more than I was expecting. It's not as pigmented as the House Labs blush, which is way too pigmented and can be hard to diffuse on the cheek. But it's not as light as some of the other blushes that are so hard to build up. I like that this blush is buildable, so even on my medium to tan skin, the blushes show up quite well. I think this is a solid formula, and quite frankly, I wasn't expecting that. I also have Prairie Air from one of their previous collections called the One and Done collection. And that is by far my favorite blush color. Obviously, it's like a light pink that shows up really warm on my skin tone, which leans just slightly warm. So that is my favorite color out of the lineup, but I don't have it along with these because I bought it quite a while ago in a different packaging. Moving on to the Jelly Mud shadows. I have 8 of these with me here. I also have another shade that, like I said before, I bought a while ago and it's in my stash somewhere. But these ones are from the recent launch. I'm going to be putting 4 on each eye because I have a total of 8. Let's start with my favorite, No Rest for the Vivid. I remember getting a super shock in the same color as well, but I couldn't resist the pink. So I had to get it in a Jelly Much formula as well. I really enjoy the Jelly Much formula. I think it's so easy to use and just, one swipe and go. This is what it looks like. So pretty. So it can be built up to a nice reflective finish. I like that. The one problem with Jelly Mud shadows is that they dry out, but I saw someone on YouTube say that you can revive them with just water. So that's good, but I haven't tried that yet. Next we have Close to You. This is also a certain pink variation, so we'll just do it on the other eye, so not to mix the two. This is what it looks like. It's described as a baby pink with silver sparkles, something like that. Oh wow, that is beautiful. That is so bright and sparkly. It's giving me indie eyeshadow vibes. We have Brentwood here. Oh my god, I can't open this one. Come on, son of a... Okay. It opened. This is what it looks like. Ooh, a little more bronze than I was expecting. I expected it to be more orange. Let's see what it looks like on the eyes. Oh my. Oh my. Wow, that is so reflective. Gorgeous. What else can I say? We're 3 for 3. So far, so good. Let's do Shiny Penny on the other one. This was one of my favorites when I saw it on the website. Oh my god, these are so hard to open! God damn it! Son of a... Son of... Oh no. I don't want to go downstairs and bother my husband to open the damn jar. Mm. Oh my god. I give up. That won't open. That will not open. And my fingers hurt. So instead we're going with Stargaze. This is another gorgeous one that I'm very interested in. Oh my, that looks beautiful. Another one giving me indie multi-chrome eyeshadow vibes. Blue with a slight purple shift. Not shift, but like sparkle. Next, we're going in with Billionaire. Nice chartreuse green. Okay, I can't open that one either. The one I have open is Big Ego. It's like a mauve with like a green gold reflect. I know this is gonna be my favorite. Let's see what color do we get. Oh my gosh, it's... Oh wow. Look at that reflect. The blue one, Stargaze. I remember seeing this kind of a color at either Terra Moons or Shine by SD, or even Lethal Cosmetics. I was looking at their multi-chromes today and trying to come up with my own palette. And I think I saw a color just like this one, like a mid-tone blue with a slight purple reflect. I actually didn't think these were going to be as good as they are. Next up we have Duckling. This is a magenta purple with some blue reflects. Most of these are duochromes. I'm glad I swatched it close to No Rest for the Vivid, so you can really see the difference between the two. This one has a pink base with a light blue reflect, whereas this one is more magenta pink with purple and blue reflect. So it's quite a bit more smooth than the rest of them. Okay, I will need my husband's help to open these suckers. They're so tightly closed. I will be back. I am back with the 2 jars opened. Oh, I could not have opened these by myself. Let's try Shiny Penny. This is also going to have a duochrome finish, I'm quite sure. There we go. Interesting color. So it has a darker brown base with like a green teal kind of reflect. Not quite blue teal, but like a more green teal. It's like the grungy sister of Big Ego. Okay, on to the last one. We have Billionaire. This is a bright green. It reads more cool toned on the camera, leaning a little bit more to the blue side, whereas in real life it's warmer, more yellow leaning. This is a nice metallic bright green. I don't think it has any reflect to it, but it's a nice punchy color. My favorites from this one are Big Ego, Stargaze, Close to You, No Rest for the Vivid, and Brentwood. The rest I like, but I feel like they're not as special as the ones I just counted on my eyes. I must say, if you're looking for duochrome shadows and you don't want to go the indie route, because let's face it, those can be pretty expensive, I would say go for the Colourpop ones. So the Jelly Matte shadows are 12.62 Canadian. I'm guessing they'll be like 9 US. So I think these are quite good. If you can find indie eyeshadows cheaper than this, which I do not think you will be able to, go for those, but otherwise these are your best bet because they're easy to use, unlike loose pigments, and they're beautiful. I am actually planning on doing a couple of looks with this, so it's not like this, but more cohesive look to really showcase the potential of these, because I'm really happy with these. I'm happy with my purchase. I think from all the things that I looked at in this video, I prefer the Jelly Matte shadows the most. I think the Halloween collection last year, those had 3 Jelly Matte shadows that were amazing. They had big particle glitter in it too, and they were shiny as heck. And now I'm thinking maybe the other ones, the lighter ones that I didn't pick up, would be good too. So maybe I might pick them up in the future. Who knows? That is all for now. I think all the products turned out pretty good. I would rank Jelly Matte shadows the highest. On number 2, I would say the blushes. They performed really well. Even better than some of the high-end blushes I've been recently trying, and I've been trying a lot. Next, I would say the chrome shadows. They're not my favorite. I don't even think I have any liquid chrome shadows other than the Colourpop ones in my collection. I always go for pressed powder multichromes like my Cleona ones or Terra Moons. So I'm not 100% sure about these, but I think they're good for what they are. I also like the Legend of Korra ones. I can see myself wearing them occasionally. The shadow sticks, I think the reformulated shadow sticks are quite soft and creamy, but personally I'm ranking them last not because they're not good, but personally they're not my style. I think they're more targeted towards the typical Colourpop consumer who likes light and airy looks and kind of basic looks, not too elaborate Instagram makeup, not overly colorful or overly bright. These shadow sticks are very user friendly, so you can just pop one on and blend it and go. It's that simple. So for ease of use, I will rate them quite high, but personally, my personal preference is more sparkly, shiny, colorful, punchy shades, so that's why I rank the Jelly Much and the Chromes higher. That is all I had to say for today. And please stay tuned for coming videos. I have way too many ideas that I'm going to put into practice very soon, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.